What's going on, everybody? Felix here, and behind me I got my red Supra. Unfortunately, I had some issues going on. The window does not want to go up, so I think there's something wrong with the track. It may have fallen off the track. It's funny because when you get one thing done, another thing happens, and it just seems to be this vicious routine that I'm having to go through. But let's go ahead and see if we can fix the Supra. That way I can get the window up and down because it is hot. You can hear the cicadas. You know, we want to roll around an AC for right now until the weather gets cool again here in a couple months, but let's get to it. All right, so we got the door open right now, and you can see at the bottom that it's been taken out before. Those are not OEM screws, and I think we got to take those out. I think one right here, one right in here, and then one at the end over there. And I'm going to do it slowly because I don't know where the glass is at, and I'll give you a little demonstration. That way you can hear what's going on right now. All right, so the car is on. Switch up. Nothing. You can hear the movement, but really nothing else. It's down. There's scraping and everything like that. So could be scraping the glass, which is I hope not the case. But let's go ahead and break it open. All right, so that was fairly easy. Just a couple of screws here and there, popping things off and everything, as you saw in the time lapse. But looks like I'm gonna have to reseal this. That'll probably help with some noise. Sticky. See what's going on with this window. We're gonna pull this back anyway. See why it fell off the tracks. Okay, so I've never really dealt with windows before, so I'm just going to try to troubleshoot and see if I can do this myself. Try to figure it out. Well, that's one way. Okay, upon further inspection, it looks like the line, the braided line here is caught up in the motor. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to have to take that off and see if I can get that corrected. So if you're trying to remove the motor right here, there's 3 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3 right here, and they use a 10 millimeter. So let's get that off. Off comes the bracket. And now for the motor itself. Alright, so if you look in here, you can see the cable's all braided around. So I'm going to see if I can manually take it all out and reel it back in so it's straight, or I just may have to get another motor. Hopefully not. So unfortunately, it's the braided cable. So I'm going to see where I can get a new cable for not only that one, but for this one as well. You can see right here that it's kind of braided, and that should be fun. I'm trying to figure out how to take that off. I don't know if you need to take the whole thing off or what. So like everything else when I work on a car, it's going to be delayed now. Something that should be so simple, now I have to wait for parts to come in, pay the extra expense and everything. And we're not even putting performance parts on. At this point, we're just maintaining the car on 30-year-old stuff. So you know, I guess that's part of owning an old car. I mean, that one I haven't had any issues with, but you know, then again, that thing is only 1 year old. It's, you know, it's a 23. But I guess I'll get on the computer, or I'll go by Toyota and see if I can get that replaced, or you know, how I can go about getting this fixed. That way, I don't leave the window down. All right, we'll check in soon. But right now, that's where the Supra sits as far as the window goes. Hoping to get those replacement parts soon, because you know we have a car show in a couple weeks now. You know, the hot import nights that they rescheduled, and I would hate for this not to be ready. I mean, we also got the intercooler right here that I still haven't put on, and of course the lowering springs that's been collecting dust for that thing because I don't have the tools. But hopefully I can get it on soon. I mean, it's not like it really needs it. Jeez, this thing is already freaking low. So I'm here. I went to ToyotaPartsDeal.com and wanted to see if I could find what I needed for the Supra, and it is here. It's a regulator assembly front door window. It looks like it has everything I need. Fits my Supra. Only problem is, good God, $404.42. That is quite expensive, and I was not ready to pay that kind of money. But I guess I have no choice. So going on eBay, you know, which is usually my backup. I don't know why I don't use it more often, but check this out. I got the OEM Supra left driver door window regulator with motor for $282 with free shipping. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna buy it now. But that's where we stand right now with the Supra. You know, hopefully I can get those parts in soon. So you know, stick around, and you know, hopefully it won't be long till I get replacement parts, because we're not even putting horsepower in this thing yet. You know, we're just trying to maintain more than anything. With, you know, 30-year-old parts, they wear out. You know, it is Toyota, but still, you know, gotta give it up to Toyota for it maintaining for this long. 30 years old, man. Hell, I'm 40 years old, and there's all kinds of broken things with me. So of course the car is going to have some broken things that need to be replaced. So you can't fault the car on that, you know. But stay tuned. Hopefully in the next episode we'll have it ready and start working on the intercooler. Intercooler should be going on soon as well. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, in order to get everything going. But you know, we'll feel free to click on a video. You know, subscribe. You know, all that good jazz. We'll see you on the next one.